I'm Shane Perry.
And I'm Emily Willis. Your news starts now.
A Valentine's Day dance can be a holiday tradition, but a new dance could bring new awareness to a social problem.
This dance is meant to focus attention on the problem of violence against women. Our Allie Bergen has the story.
This past Tuesday, the Partnership for Families, Children, and Adults hosted a special Valentine's dance on the lawn of the Bessie Smith Cultural Center to raise awareness for violence against women. The 1 Billion Rising event was founded in 2012, and since then, every Valentine's Day, millions of supporters gather in over 200 countries to dance in solidarity and unity towards the unsettling growing statistics of violence against women. Despite the heavy and serious reason for some of the events, participants were welcomed with smiles and celebration.
And it's not sometimes what we do is, and it needs to be very somber, and sometimes you just need to break out and dance and celebrate, and so that's what we're doing today, and this has been so wonderful.
And dance they did. Live music rang through the streets as people of all genders and ages danced in unification and support for the cause. Partnership thought this event was good for Chattanooga, and a way to let the community know that their doors were open to those in need.
So much of what we love about this event is that it flips the script, and we want survivors to know, and victims, because there's a difference, but we want you to know that if this has happened to you, you can dance again, and Partnership wants nothing more than to help you get there.
1 in 3 women and 1 in 2 deaf women will be beaten or raped in her lifetime, totaling around an alarming 1 billion women throughout the world. If you or someone you know are involved in a situation like these, or need help recovering from past events, please reach out to the Partnership and let them help you heal and dance again.
Just down the street from the dance, a fire destroyed a building that once housed a landmark business.
In the early morning hours last Saturday, 6 Chattanooga fire companies rushed to put out the blaze in what is formerly known as the Half Note Lounge, the old 2-story brick building that has now been vacant for years. The firefighters searched the building twice but did not find anyone inside.
The fire demolished the building, but firefighters were successful with keeping the fire from spreading to a nearby building formerly known as the Whole Note Lounge. A battalion chief ordered all firefighters out of the building once the fire broke out through the roof. There was concern that the fire might reach Douglas Heights, which houses UTC students. The fire was contained, although smoke still reached the building. No one was hurt, and the cause of the fire is still under investigation. The last major cell phone carrier has announced it too will have an unlimited data plan. Verizon on Monday announced it's back with the option. It starts at $88 for one line, but experts say check out the fine print. Verizon has limits on hotspotting, and it will throttle down your download speed when you hit 22 gigs a month.
A movie based on a groundbreaking case of interracial marriage will provide an opportunity for better understanding on racial differences. Loving is part of the I Love UTC celebration next week. That screening will take place Monday night at 6 at the Multicultural Center. It's the story of an interracial marriage that took place in Virginia when it was against the law. A discussion about the movie will take place afterwards. The center is located on the 3rd floor of the University Center.
The founder of Little Caesars died this week, and we are just now finding out about his incredible generosity. Mike Ilitch died this week at the age of 87. He was the owner of the Detroit Tigers and Red Wings. What came out this week was his generosity for civil rights icon Rosa Parks. She famously defied segregation on a Montgomery, Alabama bus. She moved to Detroit after that. In 1994, Parks was beaten and robbed at the age of 81. Friends of Ilitch said he quietly moved Parks to a safer part of the city and quietly paid her rent until 11 years later, when she died.
A popular bar has switched back its dress code. Southside Social has weathered a social media wildfire last week when they announced the changes. The new code was slammed for being too overzealous and even possibly profiling people. The changes banned things like plain white t-shirts, hooded sweatshirts, backwards baseball caps, and shorts below the knees.
Southside's general manager posted on Facebook, "Last week we may have been overzealous in redefining our dress code. However, at this time, we felt that the atmosphere in our establishment had the possibility of becoming unsafe for our guests." He continued, "Again, we apologize for offending anyone. We only want to ensure a safe and secure environment." While the online hoopla continued, Southside's Yelp score dropped from a 3.5 star average to a meager 1.6 overnight. One reviewer stated, "I will not patronize an establishment that promotes such nakedly racist policies."
Stay tuned to learn more as the story develops.
A festival celebrating research is coming back to UTC. Research Dialogues will again return April 11th and 12th. The two-day event will showcase the variety of research done on our campus by students, faculty, and staff. You can showcase your hard work. The deadline for the application is February 28th, and you can find the link to apply on utc.edu.
One organization sent love throughout campus on our Day of Love. On Valentine's Day, Campus Crusades, or CREW, set up a table and gave students the opportunity to send thank you cards to professors on campus. The cost was free, and students could write to any of their professors who may have given advisement, help, or just to say thanks. The thank you cards were then delivered by Campus Crusaders throughout campus. CREW have done this in the past, but this is the first time they've done this year. If you're interested in going to a Campus Crusades meeting, they meet on Thursday at 7 p.m. at First Presbyterian Church on McCauley Avenue.
Now on to weather. We will see a few scattered showers and thunderstorms roll into the area Saturday, but that will all clear up by Sunday. After that, you can expect a warm start to the week with highs in the lower 70s. It should be a pretty sunny start of the week, but come Thursday, we're likely to see some clouds start rolling in with our highs dipping down into the upper 60s. It's going to be a warm week, so there's plenty of time for outdoor activities.
It's time to celebrate a major moment in Mocs sports history.
But first, let's find out what's going on with our men's wrestling.
Thanks, guys. The defending Southern Conference Wrestling champions finished up their regular season play with a 36-11 match win over the Citadel. The Mocs will now get a month off before they begin their Southern Conference tournament to look to defend their title. The Mocs are heavy favorites in the tournament and have won it the last several years. The SoCon tournament will start March 4th in Charleston, South Carolina. The Mocs avenged an early season loss last night to the conference opponent VMI. The Mocs fell early in the season for their only home loss as QJ Peterson of VMI had 40 points and went 7 of 9 from 3, leading his team to an 80-64 win. Trey McClellan led the way last night for the Mocs with 19 points on 5 for 7 shooting from the 3. The Mocs return home to face ETSU Saturday, who is ahead of the Mocs in the Southern Conference standings. Did you know that the UTC Mocs were once men's basketball champions? It happened 40 years ago this week. Let's look back at that big moment when the Mocs beat Randolph-Macon for the Division II championship. Hair was big then and the shorts were short. We pick up the game at the point where UTC took the lead.
Get it across half court. McRae steals down to Gordon. Gordon from the corner. Gordon in the lane. 10-footer by Gordon, and UT Chattanooga takes the lead at 48-47. 71-62. Bill Nash crying because Bill used to be the voice of the Mocs, and he knows that these guys are playing their last game. Ricky Gill's shot at the buzzer will not count, but it doesn't matter. UT Chattanooga has won the National Small College Championship, beating Randolph-Macon 71-62, and Bedlam has broken loose. The Nets will come down in Springfield. Tears will be shed, and folks are happy. Final score, UT Chattanooga 71, Randolph-Macon 62. The Mocs are the National Small College champions.
Members of that championship team will be on hand at Saturday's game. Check out the celebration.
Do you enjoy a spot of tea? The Office of International Programs hosted a tea tasting Thursday. The tasting was held in Hooper 200 in the Tower Room. The goal was to let students meet some international students and raise awareness of where the UTC Center for Global Education is located. The center is where a student goes if they wish to travel abroad and for international students to get acclimated to the campus.
we encourage students to go out there and learn new languages, learn about new cultures, and getting together with these events in the office really brings people together and lets them know about other cultures.
The UTC Center for Global Education is located in Hooper Hall, room 203. The Office of International Programs hosts a tea time once a month. Make sure to check your emails for the next date. That does it for this edition of Mocs News. Thank you for joining us. Check out our videos uploaded throughout the week to YouTube, and don't forget to subscribe.
We air on the UTC TV channel 2.1, so tune in and have a great weekend from all of us here at Mocs News.